their first selection. And the last ban soon to come through is going to be that Yunar. So again, no Orianna, no Malphite, no Poppy, no Jace. Those will not stay prevalent. But things like Jarvan are still up and available. And a couple of other premier mid laners that maybe Rookie wants to look at. But the King of Demacia is not one to be passed up this late into a series, and Jwei will grab hold.
Yeah, Jwei is going to immediately snag that one up, and it feels like IG, especially with the Cataclysm, they've been really good, I think, at pairing Jarvan up with not only champions that are good at capitalizing off of his early pressure, but also allowing for champions that can really capitalize off the Cataclysm. Misfortune is one that I really think of. Photic has been enjoying that. As
all right.
Sin, not blind here, countered into the Jarvan, and they're going to steal away that MF so it doesn't get paired up with Jwei on that champion. And I have my reservations about this character, frankly, Slayer, because you're not expecting this guy. Now, especially with the Jarvan locked in, I feel like you could take your time actually giving Rio more information before fully committing to that Lee Sin, because yeah, now we're just going to see things like the Rel, we're going to see spell shields come through, we're going to see disengage. Everything is going to be targeted at trying to really make this game as difficult as possible for a champion like Lee Sin to enter. So it's a tough task for Rio in a game where we are hoping for him to be the difference maker.
Quax, I'm not saying you're wrong. Every point you made makes complete sense. But you also have to accept that watching Lee Sin in pro play is fun until it's not. So at least we'll have that for us, right? You know, I don't get to see Lee Sin too often. Now pair with this Akali. You can stack disengage, you can stack spell shields, but this Lee Sin and Akali are coming straight for you, Photic, and there is only a little bit that you can do about it.
Yeah, and on top of that, like, these are also champions very good at getting out of the Cataclysm. If IG do look for like a hot pot combo, the mobility of both Lee Sin and Akali should be able to get themselves to safety, if not try and rebound the fight and look immediately onto the backline, if that option is accessible. But now, seeing as both of these picks have come through, a very stark lack of CC is here for OMG, and this is a comp where you really need that. Not only to set up that Lee Sin and you know, allow you to connect those Qs to open yourself up to joining these fights, but also you need crowd control for the bullet times. Like, you need setup for Starry to really make that ultimate effective, and we've got basically none of that so far. The best we've got is like a slow from Lee Sin E and a slow from Akali Q. That's not nearly enough. So Moham is going to have to lock in a hard CC support, and I feel like that is stylistically opposite of what we've seen him at his best with.
Yeah, well then also on top of that, what sort of CC setup support is left up by this point, right? We've lost Rakan to Fearless. We've lost access to Alistair. Nico are all out. And then you look at this draft
Leona
alone.
got banned. Like,
Leona's banned. Rail got selected away from you. Like, what do we have left here? Do we have, like...
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hey, man, this is your job.
Yo, Barrel, is that you, bro?
You got this?
Yo, I got it. Yeah.
What's happening? Like, what? Damn it, Quax. That's a good one. That's a good one. See, you got our producer back. You just one-upped it with that one, I think. That's the win.
Yeah, this isn't even setup, man. Like, this is like a little bump with the Q. You get a taunt. This comp isn't...
Quax, conspiracy theory time.
Okay.
Conspiracy theory. Do you remember when Piglet trolled a TLA draft by locking in Rammus?
Yes.
Starry just selected Rammus. I'm not saying that's happening. I'm just saying the parallels are there. You can make the conclusion that you want. I don't even know how to do the rest of this draft. Like the Rammus is the Rammus. All right, so the Rammus is support. We know that. The Nargil's top lane, as expected. Rookie gets Aurora. There's a Renekton. I mean, is this the biggest draft gap of the LPL season so far? I think it is.
Yeah, it's it's not. It's up there for sure. Like this. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This Rammus doesn't accomplish
anything. You maybe you like soaring slam into a bullet time. That's like is that the entire point of this?
Yeah, I mean, taunt into bullet time. I do suppose that like Okay, you know what? I'm really grasping at straws here for
I mean,
positives.
it's not your fault. This is a Rumble support. Like,
I mean,
what
okay,
are
listen,
you supposed to say, Quax?
let me cook. There's a lot of
right.
single target. There's a lot of single target damage because Rammus taunts. Boom, throw the Q from Lee Sin. Boom, throw the ultimate from Akali. Someone's definitely dying. You'll have nothing left afterwards, but someone's gonna die. And it might be one of the 3 on OMG, or maybe just the other 2 that didn't even want to be here. This is such a weird game, but it's, I suppose, it's not going to be boring. So you can ask a lot of questions, but am I bored is not one of them.
I would like to point out that it is very obvious that myself and Quax are trying to make a career off of yapping. That's inherently what commentating is.
When we're lost for words,
yeah,
it
like
means a lot.
All right, here we go. Game 3. Can OMG keep the series alive with a Rammus support? Time to find out. Is that man holding the microphone? Like,
yeah, I feel like
I love the energy still.
You can feel the, like, it almost feels like he's raging against like a storm. IG have got, so this is like the Captain America versus Thanos' army shot, and that one fan is staring down not only a bajillion fans from IG, but also maybe the biggest draft gap that his team has now fallen victim to. Moham dropped the ignite. GG.
I mean, that's mental warfare I've ever seen it. All right. I don't know what to make of that, Moham. He's going back in.
He's going.
Don't touch him. He'll hurt you. He'll hurt
Yo,
you back
he's
if
got
he does.
the wait.
He's got the chroma to make him look like a turtle. I like that.
That's not the King Rammus one. He's trying to make us think it is, but I'm pretty sure that's the Duran one, or the one where he's like a fruit. He's cosplaying as a better skin, a rarer skin. You're not all that, bro.
Listen, man. He just what is the term? Is he ignite maxing mogged? Photic? I don't know. You're the younger one. Help me out with this
no, bro. Even I can't. No.
You're not hip with those. Okay. You know what? I'm also. This is a fun time where I'm gonna try and refresh my memory on the names of Rammus abilities because.
Powerball is Q, right?
Yeah. Soaring Slam is ult.
Okay.
Okay, by the way, for all of us English speakers, that graphic they ran as we went into game, this is the first ever Rammus support in the LPL. So,
yes.
I guess that was obvious. We have a top lane gank coming around, by the way. Nice little stun into the flag attack. Nice combo there from Soboro and Jwei. Unfortunately, don't have enough damage to kill off Rio, but still a win.
And Rio, I mean, going for the first 3 camps, looking for a gank because he knows I have to make something happen in the early game. But Jwei reads him like a book and is able to respond. Now Rio is going to be forced to reset, and this will mess up his timer a little bit because he went toward top lane. It does mean that his camps won't respawn as quickly, but honestly, we're not looking for Rio's camps to respawn and for him to take them on spawn. We're looking for him to have action on the map, and at least in that regard, he is succeeding, but it has yet to actually pay into a kill yet for this Lee Sin. And yeah, he's going to need kills. He's going to need gold. Haichao is going to need the same because they really have no setup for their combos. Just in the CC department, OMG are severely lacking as... Oh, here he comes.
Yeah, here he
boy.
goes. Going after Rookie. Gets the taunt, but Rookie opts into the invis, and we can really follow
there he goes.
on the damage. And he's gone. Shout out to Mr. Alk Battery, your color caster for the second series tonight. He pointed out that this is also the second ever pro play Rammus support. The first one was Barrel's retirement game, so you can see how much stakes were really high for that one. This is for an elimination series. He flashes to get the taunt, though, on to Jwei, but they kind of shrug it off, and instead they're going to kill off Rio for first blood. What a perfect time, Quax, for us to us to talk about Mr. Jwei, who has been one of the best junglers with gold difference in 15 minutes, and that's an easy way to reach that marker.
Moham is like, I'll bait you and outsmart you. For those of you who know, you know. Moham baiting and outsmarting his own teammate. Rio off to a very awful start as this Lee Sin that needs to be looking for early plays now. Hery may be in trouble, but Rio has arrived.
All right. finds Jwei, who immediately uses the full rel combo, and they spell enough time for Hery to go mega. He doesn't have the ultimate to punish him any further. Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Go get him, Moham!
Get
All
him!
right! Forces both the spell shield and the cleanse out. So that's a win for Moham. There we go. He's having impact.
Yep. Forcing the recall too. This is terrible. I mean, Sivir can't even walk up to the wave. Whatever will the champion who is really good with low econ do with no gold?
I don't know. We'll have to find out next episode.
Yep.
On the life of a Rammus support.
Cuts to black. All right, guys,
Yep.
you're not gonna be able to see the end of this game.
I'm gonna be honest. We're about to. Oh, the 1 HP
God,
flag! Oh, if it's so over. This series is so over. All right, here we go. Death ball forward. He just stands there. Jwei's like, you are not hitting my AD carry, bro. Oh my God. Sometimes League of Legends is comedy, and I just really wasn't expecting it to be in the middle of the play-in tournament, but we're here.
I do genuinely wonder who on OMG decided to go for this. Was it Moham's call? Was it the coach's call?
I mean, I really hope it wasn't the coaching call. Well, you can't even say it was full Moham because he didn't even lock it in, right? Starry locked it in for him. So somebody told Starry to lock in Rammus, or Starry did it himself if you want to believe in my new conspiracy theory. Oh my God, I just hope somehow we can get access to the comms of this decision. We have no power in that, Quax, but we can hope.
In this episode, Hery went harsh on Moham.
Oh man! All right, let's focus back in here because
Jwei's
taking
going
the
in.
dragon. Does
There's
Moham
no
have
way.
smite? No, he doesn't even have smite. He can't even.
What
steal
is he
it.
doing?
He's literally just chilling in the middle of all three of them. The dragon is secured by Jwei. Starry does come over. Haichao here. He's gonna flip on in after Photic, but a good interrupt on Haichao even in the shroud. Make sure he can't find that kill. And Rookie's misrated one on the back end. Photic gonna flash away from Haichao. Flashes galore everywhere as Rookie goes after Starry. Should find himself that second kill as Rio gets caught in the middle of his resonating strike. Flag and Drag doesn't find the knockup, but they're slowing Rio down. And Rookie's got more cooldowns coming as he looks to pick up more kills. Triple kill over to Rookie as it's only Haichao left standing. Rookie's out of mana to find any more of these kills, but now he has truly been unleashed and he's trying to get it done with auto attacks. Moham in the area, looking to have some more high impact.
You have no
he races right out the Aurora known as Rookie. Taunt gonna land, Haichao gonna flash, he finds the 5-prong strikes, and Rookie goes down, and it's all thanks to Moham.
And you can see Rookie is laughing at the player cam. That's the Rammus support value, baby! It finally comes up! IG, they win the fight, and Rookie gets a triple. But hey, we got him at the end, boys. Mission accomplished.
I don't think you're allowed to say mission accomplished for anything OMG do this game. Let's look at a replay. This is what we call mogging your opponent for Moham. I can't believe he does this. He just stands in the middle of three of them.
Yeah, I feel like our reaction right now, you know, this team is called OMG, but I think everyone watching, the expression is OMFG at how this game is playing out. I mean, going into a replay, Rio is trying so hard, but we talked about it.
Who cares about this replay, Quax? Look, it's Moham in the last lane. He hasn't ganked it. It's top lane. Can he get this Nara kill? Soboro through the dominance will barely survive. That's a level 4 Rammus going everywhere, baby. All right. I mean, he's the same level as Jwei, to be honest.
True.
So, I think they're diving Starry, by the way. All right, there's on the hunt. Oh, bullet time to cut down the wave. Jwei, you're going to have to go now. Jwei's taking up the turret. He goes back out. Cataclysm lockdown. Easy flash there from Jwei, who is locked in as well this series. 2-0-3 on this Jarvan. Looking like the jungler we wanted for IG this season.
Yeah. Moham coming back to lane. Where is my AD carry smile as he clears waves? The auto attack animation for Rammus is so derpy. I could never play this champion just because I'm so distracted by how 2008 this character looks. Even with this skin that like just came out, as Moham gonna clear out the minion wave by himself, I guess. More gold though.
This man has hijacked everything we want to talk about in this series, Quax.
He really has. Like I cannot focus. IG though on redeployment. You can see Jwei now with the Sunderer is going to be looking to go toward that top side. Grubs are available after taking the dragon, and looking at OMG, they really have no way to actually contest this, as we do see the stats here. Jwei has been doing a really good job. One of the big things that we wanted to highlight about this series was how this guy, along with Rookie, have been really the people that we look at to provide a direction for this squad. And while I do think that Jwei has been doing a great job controlling the map early, I think transitioning that has certainly been a difficult task for him, but he's been doing great in that so far into this series, and 2-0-3 on the Jarvan. He's looking to do it a third time.
And where is he at right now? 1,000 gold up. The huge reason why IG is up in gold, gapping Rio on this Lee Sin that, well, it does not get easier to play out in this game, especially with the team in front of him from that draft. It is Jwei, though, onto the Grubs. Going to be the first time in this series that one jungler secures the first 2 objectives, as he's also picked up that first dragon. And IG are just so much more in the driver's seat and perfectly suited to play the comp exactly how they want to. Their solo lanes strong for the early team fights, and Photic with 4 assists and a Cole stacking up on the wave with a farm, looking to get back to a farm lead, will be a later game threat if we reach late game.
I think Rammus spotted out by those wards, looking for, you know, the excursions. I'm not even going to call it a gank, just whatever he has been doing this game. But you can see also Dragon coming up in about 30 seconds here. IG should have no problem being able to hold control over this bot side river. I think the big thing is just having Jwei kind of shadow the Sivir and the Rel as they get push, and maybe want to avoid Rio really impacting the lane beforehand, trying to get a numbers advantage over IG. So,
really want to get that trade before the turret aggro was close enough, so Hery does win out there, popping the Dominus and getting a couple more autos down. If he goes Mega, could look for a solo kill here. Soboro is going to come out of the Dominus, but it is Jwei on the bot side, looking to set up for that dragon that has spawned. Rio in the area as well. Rookie is going to be a bit slower out of the base, so OMG will have the numbers advantage, but don't really have the might power to really contest, as Rio will have to walk into Jwei. He's going to land the Sonic Wave, but definitely don't want to take that one. Jwei takes over to level 6, so does Moham, so both supports can have access to ultimates for this dragon.
oh yeah, here we go. This is really when the Rammus support starts to spike. Trust me.
I mean, I trust you. I don't know anything. I don't know anything more
yeah.
about this. I really do want to see Moham like land the most just crazy 4-man taunt into a bullet time and
he's
just
like
shut all the haters up.
He's just popping the night core, like fireworks blaring in the background. He's got like the hard style
taunt
going.
Jwei crashes out of that. Let's see if he goes for it. He is charging back forward. Rookie does have first roam for mid lane, so it's going to be hard for them to kind of force through with Rookie there. He's definitely the strongest person on the map next to Jwei. Moham is running right at Jwei. He says, you will be taunted. Bullet time canceled by Jwei, and there's a beautiful Between Worlds Rookie on the back end. Starry is completely eviscerated, and now Rio will get chased down. Can't even find the trade onto Jwei, even though the Ignite comes across. Haichao with perfect execution will find one back, but Rookie's unleashed, nobody's touching him. Photic gets the free hit, and despite the fact that Jwei goes down, the carries clean up the fight and will take down the dragon to the name of a Photic triple kill.
Yeah, practically an ace here for OMG. Hery wasn't involved in that fight, but he's the only one still without a gray screen as IG just dominate the fight. Going again and looking at this replay, again, it's the lack of CC, it's the lack of disengage. Starry isn't able to go and get that bullet time off for more than a second, and Moham, the Rammus support really is not able to provide anything in this exchange. He's just auto-attacking them, but no one on IG cares about Rammus. I think he might need a therapist after that one because of how ignored he is. You know, it's not about the bullying at school sometimes, it's just about feeling like you're heard. And I think right now Moham just doesn't feel like he exists. Maybe he is, in fact, a victim of Invisible Game.
Oh no, it's come full circle. Well, Moham, if you're feeling ignored by IG, I haven't looked, but I'm sure our Twitch and YouTube chats are giving you all the attention that you
want
to see.
Hit up Barrel, bro. He'll help you.
Oh, soaring slam! He gets the knockup into the taunt, and Photic's like, I've got cleanse, bro. I'm just going to walk out of this one. Soboro, once again, losing a pretty big trade despite Dominus coming up here for Hery. He's just going to auto-home the crack.
Whoa.
Croc, flash?
No shot,
flash?
bro.
No, what? Oh, my God. Nothing can happen for OMG.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Please, no, Hery. He's going to stun you. Oh, my God. What is this? Guys, this is a play-in series. Like, what?
This is the game that determines whether or not OMG go back to Nirvana or if they go to Ascend, by the way. And it's determined by diving the turret at full health on Mininar. And Rammus support. Rafa, if he was on the cast, we would be up to like half a dozen curse words by now.
Oh man, you know what? at least this is giving us. I don't think I've laughed. The only other time I've laughed as much on a single. Oh guys, please, Rio. All right, he's out. He's out of there. The only single moment I think I've laughed harder while casting the LPL was the Flandra 2 million HP Scion trying to hit a Nexus from last year. I don't know if anybody remembers that clip. Oh no, leave Moham alone.
No.
Oh, flag and drag, knockup, crash down, knockup.
Get out of there.
Taunt flash. All right, Moham survives. Can't say the same about Sweet Starry. Yep. That bullet time is tickling onto the tank front line of IG as they cut him down under his own turret.
Yeah, and Moham is back under tower now as yeah, they're like, yo, wait, get over here, bro. Be a part of it. He doesn't even get the assist. Or wait, he does. Okay, Rio.
Rio, I mean, how do you even go in? It's like, guys, I needed you to survive under that turret before I got here. All right, there's first turret. And, well, I guess we asked for a much faster early game compared to our first two games, and OMG obliged by dying a lot. Rio's going to engage, but Jwei does a good job canceling him. He hit Resonating Strike. Good kick, though, onto two. Jwei's going to go down. Haichao's going to perfect execute on the way as well. Finds a second kill. Rookie needs to get over here quickly. Photic's going to flash over one Sonic Wave. Haichao trying to chase down to get into melee range, but Rookie's going to spoil his little prize. Find that kill. Rio, the nice Warthog Sonic Wave, finds another shutdown. Okay, and on the top side, Moham, Mr. Worldwide, he's going after the Croc again. Oh my god, does Soboro live another one of these?
Nah.
No, this time Hery's got enough damage. There we go. OMG fighting back.
Yeah, OMG get a plethora of kills all across the map, and Rammus going to be able to assist in that top lane excursion. More gold, especially given over to Rio, being able to style on that pick, finally ends up coming through. And just some plate gold to be had. That Herald is up, but they don't have enough time to be able to focus down that objective. It's winnable, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, it's winnable.
I can't wait to quote that in about 10 minutes.
Yup. Imagine they actually do end up winning this game.
If they win this game, I have lost faith in logic in this League of Legends game. Starry tried to trade with Rookie because he knew he was dead to Photic. Photic picks up the kill on the hunt, and Rookie does not go down, so Jwei's going to go on to the Herald, and IG are going to brush off the couple of shutdowns they gave away by picking up more kills, and Jwei keeping his perfect streak on neutral objectives. He is now 4 for 4 as we'll go back through whatever the hell this was.
And Rio able to actually connect to the Q. Our biggest concern was that because of the amount of CC that this IG comp have, he really wasn't going to be able to dish out all of his damage. But all of the CC members are gone. They get evaporated, and Rio is actually able to join up in the fight. We have to trust in him to land those Qs, and he lands every single one. So showing off the mechanics of this character, but again, our biggest concern is that it just isn't supported by the OMG comp, and that might be a huge factor in these team fights. But so far, we haven't had a team fight, Slayer, and based on the way this game is going, I don't actually know if a 5v5 is going to happen here in Game 3.
Oh, we're going to get it. I just don't think OMG fans are going to like it. At this rate, we've already got a 2-item Sivir ahead of schedule on basically everyone else on IG except for Jwei, who's going to bring on Shelly out here and look to crack onto this mid-tier 1 turret. Don't know if Rift Herald will get it down alone. No, so for now, OMG are going to be able to protect that mid-tier 1 turret as they are looking to scrap here. Haichao and Rio are looking to work their way into the mid lane, and well, Shelly doesn't get it done, but the Void Mites do. That's a mid-tier 1 turret down and more space for IG to work.
And you can see already that they're not really concerned about contributing toward that top side. Dragon is here. This will be soul point for them. And if they take this by the 19-minute mark, I mean, that soul will be coming up as hold that thought.
Yeah.
The Rammus is going in. Can't even cover the distance of a flag and drag.
Haichao does TP in here. So all of a sudden, OMG have wrestle control this Dragon. IG, how strong are you feeling? Because this Dragon is going down quickly. Jwei's going to spot out the low HP bar. Sonic Wave is going to land from Rio. Jwei's not going to go in because Haichao and Moham are going to chase him off the Dragon. So No soul point there. Nice little TP for OMG to get themselves in. Now Jwei's going to get engaged on these. He goes after Moham. Going to flash, crash down back across the wall. Ooh, that was style points. And then the Cataclysm from Jwei shuts down Starry in the middle of his bullet time. They do get rid of Photic on the backside of this fight. And Rio alongside Moham cut down Jwei. Rookie and Soboro can't find a way in. And that's a winning fight for OMG.
Yeah, they get the dragon, they get 3 kills, and somehow they're closing this gold gap on Rammus support, but still, it really is all on this top side at this point. I mean, Haichao and Hery are set up to be in really good spots, but I think the big thing is Starry. We're kind of looking at this misfortune to be the execution on a lot of these team fights, but a beautiful flank from Rookie immediately eliminates him, but the big difference maker definitely has to be Haichao, being able to get into that back line and actually find these assassinations. On top of the Lee Sin, the Akali needs to try and really execute these fights cleanly because of the lack of setup on OMG. It's difficult, but I think these mid-jungle pieces of OMG are showing that even when the comp isn't the greatest, they are still able to show off their mechanics.
Jwei, I'm the biggest fan of you with your creative little engaging your style points, but this game we really do just at this point need to protect Photic, and you'll win the game. So we'll see if he adjusts his style. As they are going after Mr. Haichao. No Lance to stun. Jwei get the crash down. Nice little sidestep there from Haichao to get out of that game.
We can see that OMG Hery is on the bot side as well as Rio, and Soboro doesn't have a lot of vision in the area, so if he steps out of that tri-bush and actually decides to fight this Gnar, it'll go from a 1v1 probably to a 2v2 very quickly. I say that, and Rio is actually walking away, so never mind.
Well, it's going to be a 1v1. Soboro is spotted. Harry's going to take the plate and walk on out here. Everybody is still conjugating around this top side. Haichao did land the Shurikens, who's going after it. Soaring Slam. They got Rookie taunted and knocked up. Rookie's going to go down. Moham makes the play once again to get a kill for OMG.
And OMG now with the temporary numbers advantage. Baron is up. I wonder, are they actually going to go for it? I mean, Haichao doesn't have teleport, so he wouldn't even be able to immediately join up with the rest of his team. They're not going to go for the Nasher. They're instead going to transition that into control over mid. But the taunt was what allowed Rookie to not go to the edge of that between worlds and TP to the other side. It's Rammus support value, baby. What else can I say?
I mean, he's up gold, so he's winning.
He is!
44 whole shillings. He's up here.
Holy moly.
You know, the way his Rammus support started, I thought he was going to be a lot worse than this. I have to give credit where credit's due. He is making pretty immediate impact, and potentially looking for more here. I don't think Rookie is expecting 3 people to be hanging around topside. The turret goes down. Rio's going to go in for the kick, into the Sonic Wave, into the frenzying taunt. Rookie's locked up and down again.
I mean, this significantly reduces Rookie's chances at being able to be Series MVP, as they have a numbers advantage again. Baron is up. I would love to see them honestly just rip it right here. Like, I feel like you have to flip at this point, but...
Oh, no, they're going after Moham. That's exactly what he wants, guys. You just got your Civ roll for free. Oh my god, he's taunting them too with the emotes. This guy is...
What a menace.
What a menace, yeah. Perfect way to put it, Quax.
Yep. Perfect duo. Moham and Rammus, just like Dennis and Menace is a perfect duo. Manages to taunt up IG. Still though, no dragon up for a little over a minute. We can see that now that OMG, they have a gold lead. Oh my god, they actually have a gold lead. Are gonna be able to redeploy onto this bot side and set up for this dragon. They get this, they tie up the Drakes, and that would help them at least buy time to look for opportunities to really get back into this game, because despite having a very faint gold lead, I still feel like this game is an uphill battle for them.
I wonder why. It could be the comp? I wonder. The big problem is going to be that Photic is 2.5k gold up on Starry, and you are relying on Starry for a lot of your bigger AoE damage compared to Haichao. You are definitely on a timer with things like Lee Sin damage, and the value of an Akali into later game phases. But again, the fact that OMG are even in gold and looking even up the Drake count after they were down like 3k in the opening 10 minutes is a marvel.
Yeah, this is a beautiful game of League of Legends, Slayer. Don't let anybody tell you differently. IG with no control over the river, OMG have a ton of vision around this area, and they're going to start up the dragon. I'm really paying attention to Hery. I'm looking at that Gnar bar. Mega Gnar could easily set up Starry for a big bullet time, something that has been sorely lacking in this series, in this game so far, actually.
All right, Moham doesn't get the taunt he wants with that frenzied taunt.
Oh,
Rio!
Rio!
Moham flash kick is beautiful!
No way.
Sends Photic right into Haichao's waiting arms. There's a perfect execution for Photic. He gets himself up and he cleanses away the ignite. The bullet time does nothing. Rookie drops him between worlds. There's a big Gnar ultimate, but Jwei still gets towards Haichao and cuts him down. What a play from Photic to survive. Staves off a highlight reel moment from Rio's Lee Sin, and now Jwei has cornered Starry, and he's smacking him down with his gravity staff. They don't even get the bullet time out. IG able to stave off another OMG collapse.
I gotta give an A for effort over to Rio. He looked for a play. He looked for the engage. He served up Photic on a silver platter to Haichao, but the meal for the Akali gets away. He lives. And at that point, OMG, they've got nothing left in the tank. I want to see this combo again. Look at Rio. That was such a good effort. Like, before he can even react with the spell shield, Photic isn't able to click that in time, and Haichao gets on top of him, flashes over the wall.
Wow. So he spell shields the 5-pointed strike and then cleanses the ignite.
Yeah.
Wow.
Beautiful way to get out of there from Photic, because I think if he dies there, OMG just win the fight. Like, without their AD carry and all of that attention being paid toward nothing, essentially, I feel like they might actually have been able to turn that around. But now, IG, they win the fight, they get the dragon, they're on soul point and are looking to really take control of this top side. Baron has now spawned on the roof. It's been up for quite a while, but I think now IG have a legitimate shot at being able to say, hey, we get a pick and we can immediately go for that objective.
They trade bot tier 1 for top tier 1 turret. Soboro's able to keep their mid tier 1 up as well. It doesn't seem like Hery's going to slow down anytime soon, and Soboro doesn't have teleport, so he will have to walk down there, and does ruin a Baron play, but doesn't ruin Jwei going for a mega flank on a Starry who has no flash, who's trapped in the Cataclysm. Jwei with the Magnet Storm cut down, and Photic is ripping at this point on the Sivir, has more than 3 items in his back pocket, and Rookie's Burst is enough to find those 2 picks, and now IG have themselves the freest dance with the Purple Worm.
Yep, no jungler around for OMG. There really is no miracle to steal unless, like, a boomerang goes over the wall, but Hery isn't even in the area. Oh, yep. Believe in the Moham.
All right, Soboro's going to pop Dominus now, just to maybe try and shut down Hery or Haichao running on in here.
Cool.
Moham, of course, is going to run in with no fear in his heart because he's playing Rammus. Jwei still wants to take attention towards the Baron as Between Worlds comes out from Rookie. Haichao creates some distance away from Soboro, who is very low. Hery goes Mega, gets a big Gnar ultimate, but there isn't any damage, it feels like, except Haichao. They at least get the Baron reset, but it costs the lives of both Hery and Moham. Thanks to Photic's double kill, and IG will secure the Baron after it all.
Yeah, IG get the Baron, no jungler around, and Moham just kind of dancing around, but does get taken down. His top laner going to join him in death, and feels like OMG potentially on their last legs, and I feel like that is no further better exemplified than the mid gold lead Haichao had. I believe like a 1.5k gold lead over Rookie at some point, and now it's down to a measly 200. So the win conditions for OMG really are not in a good spot at the current moment. Slayer. Baron now going to also allow IG to siege up some of these remaining side lane tier 2s, because there is still a fair amount of standing gold available for Invictus Gaming.
Quax, I just want to go back to like 4 minutes ago when we were even in gold. That was a much more fun time for this game states. But as you mentioned, IG, they lock back in, and now they're looking to take away a lot of these turrets as they stack up as 4 onto this tier 2 bot lane turret. Take that one down with ease as Soboro brings up the mid wave, the classic 4-1 split. How do OMG look to break it? Well, it's got to be Mr. Moham looking for a way in. Or Rio is once again going for a nice ward hop with a spell shield from Photic. This time says, no, sir, I am not getting insect again. And Rio goes down.
Yep, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And unfortunately, Photic is not going to have any shame. He prepares himself for the look by Rio. Spell shield, like you said, Slayer. And now with the numbers advantage and Baron, IG have taken the inhib, and with the wave, they want to end it here. They want to reaffirm their place in Group Ascent.
2 Nexus turrets stand in the way of IG, getting back to Split 1 playoffs. First one down, engage onto Hery, back off. There's a soaring slam into the frenzy taunt from Mr. Moham, but Rookie is not the right target. He dips right on out of it, and Moham does watch his top laner go down alongside Haichao. Cannot clean things up. One of the wackiest games you will see in the LPL, but the prevailing thought here is IG get back to winning ways, showing they are not meant for Group Nirvana. They are a clear step above and will secure Group Ascent for Split 2 with a 3-0 win.
Definitely a game 3 of all time, that's for sure. But
yep,
IG, like you said, with a 3-0, relatively clean as well. Now I'm really looking forward to seeing where that growth, where that improvement can go from here, because they're setting their sights on the playoffs now, Slayer, which we unfortunately aren't going to be able to see for a little bit, as we are probably going to, we are going to be taking a break. So that just gives them time to work on this style. We said we needed to see them really pick out a play style and commit to it, and they did just that. So, you know, this week and a half break, I hope we get to see them kind of fine-tune what made them successful in this 3-0 and go into playoffs with that prepared.
Quax, you got to wonder, too, I'm sure they want a shot somehow against NIP, the team that put them in this place again. A matchup that so many people expected. Well, actually, you know, I do want to say this for both our Group Ascent teams. We're expected to confidently win their series 3-1s, 3-0s. Not what we got in IG. Definitely, like you talked about, business first. No pleasure here. And they get back to those winning ways against a team that was, at the end of the day, very outclassed. And nothing showed that more than, I want to say game 3, but I would argue just game 3 draft.
Yeah, I think there might be
guess you can't really. Can I really argue? Can we really argue it was just the draft if they were even in gold at 20 minutes though? Can we really?
I mean, I feel like. Listen, if that was another comp, I feel like they would have been able to take that gold and maybe utilize it in some way. But like, even a gold lead for a comp like that, we were having our doubts. So I do think that it did come down to a draft diff, unfortunately. But hey, brownie points for being creative. Like, second Rammus support in existence. Now Moham can have like a coffee date with Barrel and they can discuss Rammus support mechanics.
Yeah.
There you go, I guess.
Yep. They can, in fact, discuss how they both... I would like to hear them discuss why the Rammus support was the angle. Because for Barrel, it's like, it's a retirement game, you know? I want to go out on something everybody remember me by. I guess maybe that's the same thing Moham could say for how I wanted people to remember me in the Knights Road Tournament.
I thought you were going to go the retirement turn. I thought you were going to go the retirement route. And I'm sure hoping not. I hope we get more Dark Technology picks at support because, you know, every original, a.k.a. Caria, has its cheap copy. And everybody...
You are not about a cop who you thought. You did. Okay, keep going. Sorry, my bad.
Everybody likes to try their hand at unique support picks until they realize they're not him. Stick to Seraphine, Lulu, and Nico Duty, bud.
Oh man, yeah. It's pretty hard to talk. You know what? It wasn't the best way to really go out for OMG, but I still want to commend this team with Rio behind them for getting to this point. It does finally feel like for OMG we have some like a true building block for the rest of the LPL in 2026. There's still a lot of games left for OMG. They won't be in Group Nirvana, but Group Nirvana will be a lot more fun now that we've got Rio to talk about with some of these other teams that we now will see in Group Nirvana. A much bigger Group Nirvana, Quax.
Yeah, like I said, even though they weren't able to win out on this series, I think a lot of people who were excited to see OMG after Demacia Cup got very depressed for quite a while because they were thinking, this potential is not being reached in the regular season. But it seems like Rio has revived a little bit of passion into this organization, into this team. And I think that that's something they desperately need. So people are looking at this team with intrigue, with interest, that they aren't going to get run over, that they have some stuff to obviously work on, but they also have some stuff that'll be really fun to watch going in to Split 2. So I will be on the lookout for how this team develops because, yeah, new jungler, I think, has certainly provided a unique perspective on where this team can actually go and what their ceiling could be as the weeks in Split 2 go by and as the year itself goes by.
Nonetheless, Quax, we do say a goodbye to OMG in Split 1. We'll have to wait until Split 2 to see this team return. We also have locked in 3 teams out of the Knights Road tournament into the playoffs. Ninjas in Pajamas come across here. We also have Top Esports, and now with our updated standings, Invictus Gaming off of that 3-0. But, Quax, we have one more team to send, and 2 of those squads contending for it. I personally will be ready for the LNG. I will be rooting for the LNG squad here. Also, thank you, producer, for showing us the whole look at this bracket, by the way, because you know what, Quax? Let's just take this in for a moment. There's a lot going on there. Oh, and
nope,
it's gone.
Not allowed.
It was incorrect, so we don't want to present that. But Quax, I want to get your thoughts real quick before we get off here. LNG WE.
I'm excited for that series. Are you asking me to predict who I think will win?
I just whatever is off the top of your head, man.
I think this LNG squad is actually really exciting, and I would love to see them have competition in at least the caliber of other Ascend teams. So I'm going to declare my allegiance to them right now. I'm also very sad that I've never been able to cast one of their series over the course of this split. So I definitely wish them good luck against WE, but regardless of what I think is going to be the outcome of that series, WE have shown that when they can turn it on, they can turn it on. And if they show up today, this will be a really fun series to look at. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. And I hope everyone else that is watching is as well.
I like that, Quax. Good message. I'm glad you picked the correct team. Let's go LNG. The only thing more excited for me than getting to see LNG is, of course, our 2 casters that will be coming in. That really brings the excitement for me. It will be Yanni and Alk Battery taking you guys through the final series of the night, the final series of the Knights Road tournament. We'll start that series off after extended break